boy. I love our track star because tall men love tall women. Eric chimes in, I love Mercedes, but I feel like Jamie Hayter, no way, would have been perfect for her story with Toni Storm. Maybe with the story, and that's fair. But if I can just be what all wrestling fans are at times, a mark, I don't care. Mercedes Moné needs all those titles. And wasn't it shock thriller she doesn't win? Right? She's the belt queen. Because I didn't have a problem when Omega was doing it, but I have a problem with Mercedes doing it. And I just think that's unfair. Okay. Eric, you are a son of a bitch for this one, Eric. You are a
message.
That one, Eric. Why would you make me do it?
The crowd on their feet. On a man. Oh, wait a damn, what the hell?
He said it 3 times.
On a man. Oh, wait a damn.
It's like Beetlejuice.
On a man. Oh. Bite my tongue for no one. I put you on blast. So all the news channels, y'all can kiss my ass. YouTube or Google me. Turn it up and play it. Cause many people think it. I just had the balls to...
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah. Perfect Plex Radio. We about to go live on him. Mike Knoxxx. That's with 3 X's cause he's hardcore. Are y'all ready? We about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go! At the money, now you're wrong, what you getting in? Perfect Plex Radio, got them listening. Mike Knoxxx, from Cena to The Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News and interviews, this a one-stop shop. Matter of fact, let me give you more choices. You could call in and be the voice with the voiceless. So what you waiting on? Let's get it cracking. Let's talk wrestling, that's enough rapping. Perfect Plex Radio. Simply, we about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go!
Welcome everybody back to the Mike Knoxxx Show here on Unpopular Review Wrestling, the Mike Knoxxx Show wrestling channel.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah.
What the hell was that? Hey, I love it. And nonetheless, it doesn't matter. We're here to talk professional wrestling. And today, guys, it's just this wrestling world, and it's so much good going on, but still a lot of complaining and bitching going on. But hey, that's the world you love. You love the drama. This is why Love and Hip Hop was still famous and popular, because it was something you like to complain and bitch about and bitch and complain. Oh, Superman's coming out. Oh my God, he has dimples. Let's bitch about that. Oh my God, Fantastic Four. He's going to have a baby. We already know what's going to happen at the end credits. Oh, let's just fuck all that up. I just don't get it, guys. We live in a world we should smile. Smile for me. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers that are out there who are actually being fathers. Happy birthday to Tupac Shakur. Heavenly birthday. Damn, man, you've been dead more than you've been alive, and we still playing your music. You're like the Black Elvis, okay? But we're going to talk wrestling today. I mean, TKO, you have been just really fucking up in a lot of people's minds. Let's talk about it. You think TKO is ruining professional wrestling? Oh, my God. It is the one they all keep talking about, guys, backstage. Welcome to the Mike Knoxxx Show. Like, follow, subscribe. Hit the bell notification on every channel, every platform. Hit the links in there because we got a Patreon page. We got some shit coming on, like a WWE 2K tournament going on. A lot of things going on. What's going on, Jeffrey? And just a lot. So let's talk a lot more about R-Truth. Now, we're going to talk about R-Truth. And then we're going to talk about Jey Uso's daddy, Uncle Rikishi, I refer to him as, because, you know, let's just talk about it. But today on the Mike Knoxxx Show, we got from the SmackDown penitentiary, we got the Z is Talent, the Dice Man. We got Honeybee on the program today as well. Your What's going on? It's just so much going on. It's you just have to continue to talk about what happens in the wrestling world. And the biggest one for me right now is the fact of Roman Reigns leaving the WWE. TKO can't afford them. Their UFC portion of them is, UFC can have legends, right? No matter how old Mark Coleman is. If George St. Spartacus Pierre decided to have a match, Dana Dickhouse White would definitely give him a contract. But yet, people like Roman Reigns, let me just say this, people. My face is already bigged up around this game right now, right? It's already big. I ain't got Look at my face, people. You fucking people. Where is Roman Reigns going? He just signed a fucking contract. I'm not sure the statistics of this or the logistics, shall I say, if you will, so to speak, of this, but I'm quite sure backstage helped me out like a year ago. It's like another 3-year deal. Roman Reigns is exactly where the WWE has always wanted him to be, that y'all just couldn't understand it. That's really what it is, right? The bloodline did its job. Think about it, people. This is the show for the intelligent wrestling fan. It did its job. It got Roman over because you guys wasn't fucking my guy before. I'm going to say it again because I think it's the funniest shit in the world. It's like people arguing over 2K. It's some really stupid shit. The guy wanted to fight me because I was going for Roman Reigns over Brock Lesnar. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Okay? What is it? Dice Man, who would be doing the program momentarily, went into Infinity War and cheered for Thanos. They're going to whoop his ass? Damn, Dice, you better duck for cover. They're going to beat your ass because you like Thanos. What the fuck is wrong with this world we live in? Okay? I just don't get it. I don't understand it. But Roman's not going anywhere, people. Okay? This is the Roman Reigns that they wanted all along. You didn't cheer for him when he was that top baby face, when that word we use a lot, which we're going to talk about later, when it comes to family members. He was being shoved down your throats. Right? As y'all say, right? Roman was being, I don't want him. Yes, you do. You're just choking all over the place, right? Take it out your mouth. Right? Take it out. Because your ass was doing that for Stone Cold, The Rock. I'm going to argue to the day I turn blue and die on this earth that every top superstar in the history of professional wrestling was shoved down your throat. You just chose to accept it or not. Hey, if that's what you're into, it's okay. It's the way we live in. Happy Pride Month. Okay? That's your shit. That's your shit. I don't give a fuck. Okay? But Roman Reigns, despite, y'all goggling, okay, about Roman Reigns, okay, what's good? Sitting here telling y'all folks that not only was Roman not getting over that way, let's make him heel and put him with Paul Heyman. Oh my God, automatic success. Then you have people, I got to bring this up last week too. I'm not sure who it was, Dice. Please help me out. Somebody was bitching about the fucking, the COVID era. Roman Reigns was the highest merch seller damn near up there in history, right? Up there, that's what we heard. I don't know where they get these numbers from. That's what we hear from the people who know this shit more than I could ever fucking know. I don't care to fucking know, but they say this is true. And this is part of the dirt sheets. I give them that much because they have nothing else to do but wipe their ass with other than bullshit they come out with. Hey, Dave Meltzer, we'll never forget you. Fuck you! Okay? Roman they got over, couldn't have got over without the COVID era because y'all done booed him. Okay? The way y'all booed him mercifully, that is, if you will, after WrestleMania in Orlando. What was number that? 35? I don't know fuck up my numbers. I know where cities it was in. Okay? And then gets this publicity. There'd be no main event Jey Uso without COVID. There's no the main event came from COVID. There'd be no ding dong, hello, I'm fucking right, no Bailey. The list goes on and on and on and on to the break of dawn. But let me bring in Miss Honeybee to the program, get her takes on, is TKO killing WWE? Is Roman Reigns Did you ever believe he was going somewhere? Honeybee, welcome to the program on the Mike Knoxxx Show. How you doing, girl?
Hi everybody, I'm doing good. Well, for one, I think yes, TKO is ruining WWE because of all the price inflations with everything and the fact that I don't know, going back to Vegas for WrestleMania again is like I don't know. Is that the first time they've ever done that back to back, or have they done that before?
Nope, they've done that in Atlantic City in the early like WrestleMania 4 and 5. I'm not sure. Yeah, it was 4 and 5.
Okay.
They did that. Am I right, Vic? I mean, Paul the Vasquez sucks. Okay, yeah, I got that one. See?
Hi everybody in the chat. Yeah, so I just think the price inflations have been crazy. Like even wanting to go to WrestleMania, just couldn't do it because it was too expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But
you ain't fucking going now.
God damn, sure not going now. We'll be watching from the comfort of my home once again. I didn't hear anything about Roman Reigns leaving. This is the first for me, so that was shocking. But I don't think he's going anywhere. He's born and raised in the WWE. I don't see him going anywhere. So that's my take on that. So,
well, when I look at Roman and I look at what Roman has accomplished and Roman has done, I go, how can anybody think that it would be a money issue? Now, people take time off all the time, right? I laugh at this. This is why I hate Dirch. This is why my mission has always been Jeffrey and everybody who's been a fan of the show for the Intelligent Wrestling fan, Vaughn for over 16 years, and those who, it's just so many, Vaughn. Let's just be real. I know the numbers ain't what they used to be, but God damn it, I got history. Okay. I'm not just 54 reason. I've been doing this shit. Okay. And just over time, overall, I just don't understand why wrestling fans don't understand that the biggest thing in wrestling is the attraction, right? When I'm looking at Brock Lesnar, people were hating on Brock Lesnar coming into the company and not liking Brock Lesnar and what Brock Lesnar had to bring into the company. I just didn't understand it. I was like, I don't care if he's a part-timer or he's not a part-timer. None of that makes, I don't care what he is. He's the attraction. He's the whole effing show, right? The problem with wrestling fans for me, Honeybee, and the chat, please comment below. Let us know, like, follow, and subscribe to the Mike Knoxxx Show, Unpopular Review Wrestling, and more, is, and I say this all the time, I'm not paying to go see, like I went this weekend. Me and my daughter, shout out to my right hand, I love you, Michaela Wonders, who has come to be my movie partner every single Saturday. We went to go see How to Train a Dragon at the 10 a.m. start time to go see this movie. And, you know, it's just things when kids can understand things, and I'm not going to go see a movie at 10 a.m. to not like what I'm going to go see or hope that it's going to be bad. And that's why I've never understood the wrestling fans hope that things would be bad. And that's where I have an issue with. Let me bring in Dice Man here for a second here to the Mike Knoxxx Show here from the SmackDown Penitentiary. Dice Man, you know how sometimes I just keep it a buck. We share a lot of the same energy, okay? Except when it comes to the Knicks, fuck y'all, okay? And the Bulls or the Sixers, you say what team I'm going for now. And you know with me, I go with your team has the best roster, okay? But I know you saw Roman leaving and things of this nature. And I think you brought it up on the SmackDown Penitentiary about, you know, Dana Dickhouse White keeping all the older vet UFC guys around. Tell me what you think of when you hear this nonsense.
Are you serious right now? Like, are you serious? Like, why is anybody like? Why? Just why? Why do you even believe in this? Why are you even putting hands on this? Like, I don't really know what the deal is with that, because honestly, I've been kind of straying away from the dirt sheets now. I don't give anything to any of them anymore because they don't know shit. Right? Like you would face off about 20, let's say 20 rumors.
Mm-hmm.
About 5 of them is correct. That's not a good percentage.
No.
You know, but the Roman thing is dead. It's dead. He's not going nowhere. he's not going nowhere.
I think the comment that just came up: if Roman leaves, they go bankrupt, right? Like, and I don't know about that, right? But I get the premise of the energy behind that comment, right? We want to compare, and it came out. We even talked about it. I thought it was an unfair comparison. I think even you laughed at why are you even talking about Jey Uso versus Shawn Michaels. I just thought it was hilarious. So I said I want to bring it to the show, right? The era that Jey Uso was that Shawn Michaels. I got where they were coming from as far as the era is kind of shifting from power, right? If that's the only comparison in an era where it's not pretty liked at the moment. Like you have your mixed feelings about Triple H and the WWE. But here's why I always eager to say everything that I say, and I stand by it 1,000%, whether people choose Dice to like it or not like it. It's the fact that the WWE will always put itself first and will always know how to get itself over. I laugh at when Vince will say things of, I will tell you what to like, and you will like it, right?
Yeah.
And you could say, I hate that, but it's the truth, right? I saw a post that said, if you could bring one thing back, what would it be if the WWE? Bra and panty matches, first blood matches, inferno matches, or it was some other shit, right? But my first reaction to it was, because it's what I saw, I said, in today's world where they would complain and bitch about bra and panty matches, every guy that busts the Cartman on the screen when he sees Stephanie Valkyrie or how did Nikki Bella say her name? Valkyrie. Damn, Nikki. That was just so embarrassing that she said that. But come on, wrestling fans. If you really believe that Triple H has power more than creative control, and I'm not sticking up for Triple H. I'm not. I want that to be said. I am not sticking up for Triple H. What Mike Knoxxx is saying here, okay, is Triple H, I don't think he controls what the budget says he has room for and what he doesn't have room for. So with anything, with wrestling, I've always said this. If you have a group of intelligent wrestling fans, you and your intelligent wrestling fan friends can make a dirt sheet. And if you put in the work to continue to bullshit, it can stick. Because what is a dirt sheet? It's a probability of something that has the possibility of happening. It's blurring the line for you to understand it between reality and perception, right? But the problem in wrestling is that the reality is always blurred. Robin fixed his name, Kai Cenat. Robin fixed his name. And I get it. He may not be good if you don't understand who he was, but hey, you knew who Kurt Franklin was. And I'm actually starting to like y'all little young boy Kai. I'm not going to lie. I love the fact that he leans into how young he is. And that's I'm maybe to see him in that way. Like, he don't know I'm 50 fucking years old soon. He's like 27 or some shit, probably younger than that, 23. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but Roman Reigns, like I said before, this is where WWE wanted him the entire time. I don't think they wanted anything other than having him be a part of the WWE in this light. And I'm going to move on. But before I move on, I've had somebody who's been with me for a while here. So I'm going to bring him on the program. And that is Mr. King Von Jr. 301 King Von Jr. Victorious One's podcast. Make sure you guys check him out every single Thursday, which, by the way, Von, live on air. And I love you because you got thick skin, so I'm going to say it. You know, your show goes up against our entertainment show. And I always be like, I always still like it. You know, you see my likes and stuff. But I'll be like, damn, Vaughn, you're on when my other show is on for entertainment. You know what I mean? So, but this whole thing with Roman, and I believe, and I'm going to ask you the question. I heard you backstage, chirping. You agree with this? Like, remember, they didn't want Roman. Fans didn't want Roman.
Right.
Now that he's ascended to stratosphere, atmosphere of an all-time great,
yes.
Do you now see that now fans can have him be solo and you don't need the bloodline? Do you think they still need the bloodline to get over? This is where WWE wanted Roman Reigns all alone to be solo.
All right, so I want to make sure my mic's not on mute. All right, cool. But as far as Roman's concerned, it's not so much that they really need the bloodline itself. You know, that ship is pretty much sailed. It's like they've already, you can tell every story that you possibly can. But at the same time, Roman Reigns is a brand within the brand. So like when it comes to, because this goes back to even a conversation that I had with Corey on my podcast, on my show as well. We were talking about as far as like Mount Rushmore, and he was saying that Roman's, creeping up on that already. And so the thing about it is that, the thing about it is that Roman is still, like I said, he's still very much an attraction. He's still very much a commodity. You know what I mean? Like regardless of the way that they have booked him post title reign. You know what I mean? So like for one, you're not gonna see Roman show up in in that cesspool AEW. But you know what I mean? But it's like you're definitely not gonna see him.
I don't think nobody on this network ever doesn't take a shot at AEW except for AEW. As a matter of fact, AEW even take shots at AEW.
So,
I mean, they're being sued and shit. First of all, that dude's dumb. Like, shouldn't that be in the contract? You might get pushed by a wrestler because they want to enhance the show.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just thinking that's in it. I don't know.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
But
yeah, exactly.
Get that man some hush money and get it over with, because that's terrible.
That's what I'm saying. But the thing about it is that like I said, Roman is someone that you just can't treat like a relic. You know what I mean? Because because he's already reached legendary. Matter of fact, John Cena. Speaking of numbers, real quick, Cena himself, even on Roman's A&E documentary, like brought up statistics and making a case for him on that GOAT conversation. You know what I mean? So as far as that, like I said,
when the GOAT, Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tupac, it's your birthday, Shakur Hill Cena, puts that all together, the greatest of all time, 17, it ain't Ric Flair, people.
Right. Come on now. You know what I mean? So the thing is, like,
people off with that one.
So the thing is, like I said, Roman's, Roman's legendary status speaks for itself. Where you want to put him, I'm top 10 personally. But the thing is, like I said, Roman, his like I said, he could carry things on his own, even without a faction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
we're about to find out.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll find out. You know what I mean?
We're about to find out for sure. And turn the page here as we get into the next topic of the day. Roman is like the Undertaker right now, only shows up when necessary. Again, I think any guy who has achieved where they've achieved in this world right now in wrestling has that right to do so. And I think Roman has done that. I think we arguably say, we were all screaming, I would say again, arguably the greatest storyline of all time came from the bloodline. We continue to say, but that was the 7th and 8th and 9th, and where we at right now, we're in extra innings. No, the story's over. Or is it? They can always be a Major League 2. I mean, damn, Wesley Snipes wasn't, not Wesley Snipes. Yeah, he wasn't in the second one because he was filming, I believe he was filming Demolition Man at the time, so he wasn't in that movie. But they put it Omar S. But hey, it was still good Major League 2. You know what I mean? So let's find out. But right here, I got a problem with this one, yo. I ain't gonna lie to you, Honeybee. I got a problem with this one. All right, because last week we saw R-Truth say that R-Truth is dead. Mm-hmm. And R-Truth is no longer R-Truth. Mm-hmm. That Ron Killings is driving now. Mm-hmm. Now, honey, I just got to say this, and excuse me for a second. Wrestling fans around the world, I have always, and I will always cheer for everybody black, because that's just simply what Mike Knoxxx does when you ask me certain things.
Who are you rooting for tonight?
I'm rooting for everybody black. I am.
So when I look at non-truth killing, and I go, that most black men, I've been sorry, my Caucasian people, if you don't fit, you must fit. In the words of Whitney Gilbert, if the shoe fits, we must buy it. Okay? Now, for my different world fans, you don't know, do your history people. Okay? All say he's sucking vibes and stuff. Right?
I feel like your mic is messing up.
Okay. Am I back now? Am I better now? Okay. All right. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Love having a team backstage. Let me know shit was fucked up.
I didn't want to cut you off, but it was acting up.
I appreciate it. But I just don't quite understand why people don't get you've never ever cheered for him before.
Right. Never ever
once have I heard anybody tell me, let's make R-Truth champion. I've never heard it. Not from Elise, and I'll be fair, because I am somebody, right? That's somebody said it, right? may have, when he first came over from TNA, said, "Oh, yo, he done won. Yo, that black guy who watched TNA was like, ooh, consequences creed." No, not him. Wrong person. See how they just changed it up? Thought one black man. They said we all look alike, but no. Have you seen R-Truth? Orton is Undertaker. Roman is Brock. Have you want to flip flop that, flippity flop it? It's how you do it. But Ron Killings right now is completely look at his stuff with his early days. Here's my thing about R-Truth, and R Killing. I have nothing against R-Truth, honeybee.
Mm-hmm.
I wish him all the success in the world. Sucking or driving or not, I think he's entertaining. And sometimes you have to play the role, which I think some black folks don't understand, no matter how much you want to be militant, no matter how much you want to, I always laugh at my black brethren and sisters who say, well, Obama didn't do this. We didn't know you could go be a Trump and just say, fuck the Constitution. Okay, we didn't know that. Okay, fuck what they told us for years. Just say, fuck it. We know you can do that. Okay, we know that now. Okay, but we're never going to have another, there'll never be another Obama. Okay, but when have wrestling fans all of a sudden said R-Truth is their guy? Right? And then I don't care what side of the page you want to live on. What side of the page you want to live on? You're not going to sit here and tell me at all. Okay? It's where you are. Let me rephrase that. Let me run that back. I say it all the time because it's a true statement. So please learn how to be an intelligent wrestling fan. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop? The world may never know. I do not know if this is a work or it's not a work. I went on the show of the Money in the Bank review show and I said, it's the greatest storyline of all time next to that man who I can't name right now, so I'm not going to name him. That's what I thought. They fucked the fans on the internet. They fucked the fans the regular way. And they said, hey, this is what you got. So with the history, shall I say, of Ron the Truth Killings, honeybee, always playing a rib, always joking. And then you got people saying, well, backstage, this guy did this and that guy did that. Did they really? Rikishi was at home last Monday night, but he was in the building arguing with people. But this is the shit you want to read from Fightful and Sean Sapp and them other dickheads over there? Yes, I tried to work for Fightful, not Sam Sapp. Robert, what the fuck his damn name is? Why? Because I've been doing this long enough and I'm better than you. MJF, motherfucker. Okay? So, with that being said, honeybee, you checking for Ron the Truth motherfucking Killings as world champion to beat Dominic Rachel Rodriguez, Tom Brady to go Hill Cena?
In a perfect world, sure, it would be nice. But is it going to happen in this world? No. But I like the character arc that he's going on. This whole Ron Killings, he's driving
in a perfect world. Did you say in a perfect world you would have R-Truth be world champion?
Well, like a little bit. Why not? You want everybody black to win, right? Why not? You could put the 24/7 championship on and off on him, but you can't do the big title for like at least a month. No.
No. Okay. Let me.
Fix your mic again.
Okay. I think every professional wrestler who's ever been a professional wrestler who has given us any kind of thing of entertainment, and I will say even from Barry Horowitz, okay, he's the greatest jobber, the Brooklyn Brawler. If you've been in wrestling, you deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. That's just me. Because you've entertained somebody long enough. That's just me. So the work he has put in for 17 plus years, okay, I get that portion of it. What I'm saying to fans is that where was this at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5? I'll give it, I'm going here. Boom. Where was it at all these years ago? Even if it was a short reign, I would be good with. Of course you guys would, because that's the wrestling fan right now. But actually, answer the question I just asked, please. Where was that at 10 years ago? He wasn't the same Ron the Truth Killings he was now, but he was back then?
Who knows if people didn't say it or not?
They wasn't saying it, honeybee. I've been a part of this internet wrestling community, although I hate the term internet wrestling community, but I'm on the internet and I'm talking about wrestling, so I'm part of the community. But I'm not the motherfuckers who sit there and believe every fucking horse and wiggle torch shit that somebody played with your butthole, okay, and told them motherfuckers like a rhinoceros snotty pig that this was something they were into. No. No one was cheering for fucking Ron the Truth Killings or Truth to be fucking world champion. No, they wanted him to be a fucking joke, and they loved him being a fucking joke, and they wanted him to be more of a fucking joke. And I hated it, but I laughed my fucking ass off. And that's a fact.
Hey, people's feelings can change sometimes. You never know.
R-Truth is the only Attitude Era wrestler still there. And I try to take them down. They're on a 15-second loop. Right, so they're if you click it up once, in 15 seconds, it'll pop back up, or it'll stay there for 15 seconds. Give me a little bit more time to read it because I'll be talking and I can't get to it. So I get to some of y'all comments a little bit later. And it's there she has it. She said she would actually want R-Truth to be champion. Okay, Dice Man, R-Truth, the new fans' favorite of the WWE, Ron the Truth Killings, sir. I mean, again, we shared this. I don't know what the fuck you're gonna say. Just say it.
What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? Like,
they want him to be. They want him to be world champion. I mean, which is Honeybee said it. What's his name? Evan. I couldn't see all the way in the chat. The name. I apologize. Please tune in, like, follow, subscribe. Okay. Said R-Truth for champion. That's what they want. The people want. Oh my God, let's bring back Alicia Fox and make her the world heavyweight champion.
You can't tell me that you honestly want R-Truth and then look at Jey Uso losing and they be like, I don't know. I don't know. No, I don't. I'm over this next thing. I'm over it.
Listen,
I'm
let's
over
go ahead
it.
and take a commercial break. I'm going to come back and I want to talk about exactly what you just said. Jey Uso as world champion, and also talk about, okay, this beautiful thing called the Week in Wrestling History. So take a couple breaks, be back. Vaughn be back with the Week in Wrestling, and let's talk about, was Rikishi right? This nepotism, why you guys hate nepotism? And much, much more here on the Mike Knoxxx Show. We'll be right back, y'all.
And you know what? I'm gonna say this, and because I don't know if there's anybody that feels like I do, right? So I went through a stroke. So I had a stroke. Damn. And the funny thing is I didn't know that I had a stroke. I wasn't and it's not his fault. It's not his fault that WWE they're not doing anything with him.
I don't think he cares.
I mean, of course not. He's getting money. He's getting money.
I don't think he cares. Like, his wife is outshining him. His other brothers are outshining him, and I think that he prefers, because even in the bloodline, you know what I mean, he was very much in the background. Like Jimmy was, even in the beginning of that. Like, Jimmy was the one that, I mean, Jay was the one that was like the hothead and, you know, talking all of the crap and stuff like that. And Jimmy was always just, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm going to do when I get old? I'm going to get a Winnebago and I'm going to go see all the little things that are in this country. I bet you Tennessee has like an oversized banana or something that they just display on the side of the road and people come and see like those weird things.
What are you going off about? Hey,
you know what? I actually want to go to Tennessee and see if I'm like.
But I bet you they got some good ass barbecue. I ain't gonna lie.
I bet you they do. They ain't got nothing else going on, so they better have some good ass barbecue.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna say this.
Yo, it's crime time. EST. Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. It's the Honky Tonk Man. NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? UPR and Around the Blocks give to you This Week in Wrestling History with King Vaughn.
What's up, everybody? Everybody, this is King Vaughn Jr., the Victorious Ones podcast, and Perfect Plex Talk Radio, here to give you the week in wrestling history. Of course, on June 16th, June 16th, 1996, Great American Bash WCW Great American Bash took place. And on that night, DDP defeated Marcus Bagwell. Dean Malenko defeated a debut of Rey Mysterio to retain the Cruiserweight Championship. The Giant defeated Lex Luger, the choke slam to retain the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Of course, on the same day, John Cena John Cena defeated Ryback. And so, of course, on June 17th, 1985, we saw there were two debuts that were made at WWF taping in New York. Of course, the first one was former NWA World Heavyweight Champion Terry Funk, who made his mark by attacking the ring attendant before making his opponent Aldo Marino submit. The other one was the debut of Macho Man Randy Savage, who has been 40 years since Savage's debut. Of course, on the same day in 2012, WWE No Way Out took place at the Azai Center in East Rutherford, New Jersey, in front of around 10,000 fans. And the main event was John Cena defeat the Big Show in a steel cage match. And of course, with the win, General Manager John Laurinaitis was fired. And of course, after the match, Cena put Laurinaitis through a table. And of course, on that same day, June 18, 2005, of course, we saw that this was the summer of Punk. Of course, on the same that was at like I said, Ring of Honor, CM Punk delivered one of his summer Punk promos. Of course, on the same day in 2017, Money in the Bank took place in St. Louis, and of course, we saw that Baron Corbin outlasted AJ Styles, Dolph Ziggler, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Shinsuke Nakamura to win the men's money in the Bank. Of course, we saw that Carmella won the women's Money in the Bank against Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, Natalya, and Tamina as well on that same night. As far as on June 18th, actually, no, as far as June 19th, excuse me. As far as June 19th, 1994, we know that was famously known as the King of the Ring. That was the night that Owen Hart won the King of the Ring. And of course, as he defeated the likes of Razor Ramon and the 1-2-3 Kid in the tournament. And of course, on June 20th, on June 20th, 2010, WWE Fatal 4-Way was held in the Nassau Coliseum, as Sheamus defeated John Cena, Edge, and Randy Orton in a Fatal 4-Way to win the WWE Championship. And of course, as far as notable birthdays, the Sandman turned 62, the Warrior turned 66, and Coco Beware turned 68. And of course, that's Week in Wrestling History. Mike Knoxxx, back to you.
Yo, it's crime time. EST. Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. It's the Honky Tonk Man, NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? UPR and Around the Blocks give to you This Week in Wrestling History with King Von.
Honeybee. The wrestling world is fickle. It's a fickle world that they live in. This wrestling world place. I just don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't know why they think it can be anything other than it being exactly what it's called, fickle. Okay. This past week, we saw main event Jey Uso lose his championship. And let's just say his dad didn't like it. So let's
run as the world champion. I didn't think it was justice. I didn't think it was fair. 51 days, that was it. I mean, in a Continental Belt, a short run, that was it. Like, what is it? What is it against my boy that you just feel like when you had done that to Randy Orton, if you threw the belt on Randy Orton for him, would you have done that to, John Cena? I mean, let's talk about it. Because last I knew, the last time we seen WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas, damn it, he had the whole arena. The whole arena. Yeet. Yeet, yeet, yeet your motherfucking ass yeet. So come on. Come on. Somebody tell me. Tell me, what is it? The bloodline has gave our heart and soul to this industry. 75 plus years. past, present, and future. And God damn it, this is the way we treat it. This is the way y'all look at us.
Now, as I play that, courtesy of the Off the Top podcast, I will refer to him as what he called me, nephew, and so I'll call him Uncle Rikishi. Anybody who's followed me during my journey through these times know that I give Rikishi a lot of credit for some of the success of Mike Knoxxx. I think you always need somebody to have that wrestling fans look to and be a fan, and then they put him over, right? So he gave me kind of a big start here. So I want to be fair to him as I say this. Did Rikishi run anyone over yet? I want to be fair to him and say this. All right. I look at a little personal thing. If I could be here for a second, honeybee. My cousin, I love him to death. I worked at a company for about 10 years. Upon him leaving high school, I got him the job there. I left there, and he replaced me in my full capacity of what I did at the job. And I looked back at it and I said, you know what that was me being so good at my job. I got him the job and he was my replacement, not the one who was there before him, because that's called nepotism. Nepotism is a beautiful thing, no matter how people want to make it be nasty, because your punk asses and I'm sorry, we all don't have it. It sucks. You're ugly. They're beautiful. You're poor. They're rich. They get laid. You don't get laid. They got TVs. They're eating. Whatever the case may be, none of that all that is irrelevant to being able to wish you had someone in position to put you over, if you will. And to me, by doing that, by putting someone over in that capacity, it gives me the ability, if you will, to speak on certain things. Y'all hate Charlotte Flair for it. Y'all say dumb things like Nikki Bella is artificially inseminated by Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady, the Goat Hill, Tupac, happy birthday, Sakura Cena. And y'all just say it's okay. I say it with utmost respect. I'm not like that or being threatened unfairly. Roman was run a champions already. Listen, with that still being said, I will say this, okay? Because I think it's fair to say that Rikishi had every right to me to say the things that he said, honeybee.
Okay.
I think they did give his son a short title run. I think in that title run being short, I went and did some history. A lot of them are with cash-ins. Mm-hmm. You know, he said that happened to Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady, the Goat Hill, Tupac, happy birthday, Shakur Cena. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. They did it to Cena before. Cash in nonetheless. It's not the shortest reign in history. That would belong to Andre the Giant, who is known as Andre the Giant, and there's a memorial for him and so forth. He is one of the biggest wrestlers in the company. I think it's a little, I'm going to be fair, arrogant for someone to say, Uncle Rikishi, I love you. That's how you do my family. Your family has arguably run wrestling for the longest time.
True.
And that was you showing your emotion for your boy not winning, and that's fair. That's why I say it's fair. Because some of the things he said to me was legitimate to me in what he said, honeybee. And that was, it was only 51 days as world champion. When you see that it was only 51 days, and in that 51 days, you got the second reign, if you will, so to speak, of Gunther. How did you actually feel about this being Gunther's title run, 51 days, and so forth, honeybee? Your take.
So I'm trying to. If anybody can answer this for me, how long did Kofi have this title?
It was a little longer than 51 days, but
really?
It wasn't long. It was from WrestleMania to the debut of September or October, whatever it was, on SmackDown. Okay. And that's in that moment, honeybee. I hated wrestling, and I literally stopped watching wrestling for 6 months. True story.
Okay.
I thought it was the most disrespectful thing, and not that he was going to lose, because I knew he would lose, and he should have lost. In fairness,
it was the way
Brock Lesnar. It was the way that he fucking lost.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So then, that's understandable. So I mean, being a fan of Jey, yeah, I didn't want him to lose. I expected him to have a decent title run. So I'm not really sure where the disconnect was from there between WWE and him, because I mean the fans love him. Every week it's the same shit. So I don't get it. But I don't know, maybe this is just another segue to maybe get him back into the title run to get the championship back again. Like, who knows? I don't want to be too emotional about it, because then you kind of, lose the fact that it's wrestling and it's supposed to make you feel and it's supposed to do certain
That girl
things. So,
good.
like, you don't want to get too deep into it. So it's just, again, I just want to see where this is gonna go. I just want to see where this is gonna go. I'm gonna say that every
His
time.
eyes and his eye was a shorter reign than that too. His family has been. Bring that one back up for me, Dice, please. That Jeffrey's comment. Shorter than that too. His family has been dominating the company for a lot of years. See, here's the thing with that, Jeffrey, and all of it's fair. It's wrestling, right? I like what Honeybee said. We don't know what's next, right? I've said this about Mick Foley, right? We could say this about Daniel Bryan, who had a very short, one of his title runs were very short. You are supposed to, it's, you love the pursuer of the title more than the antagonist. That's professional wrestling. It's, I hate to bring up the old term, and please forgive me for my lack of choosing a better term, cowboys and Indians and things of that nature. We love the underdog, right? We love the underdog.
Mm-hmm.
Jey Uso was the underdog. He's 4-1 versus Gunther. I even saw dumb shit like this. This is what amazes me. Gunther was visibly pissed off because he kept going for the sleeper. What? That was the production of the match. What do you mean he was arguably pissed off like he was just calling shit on the fly? This isn't wrestling from back in the day where they did not rehearse it beforehand.
Right.
And they called it on the fly? Show for the intelligent wrestling fan, because those are the people I want you to, what to say, the unwashed masses of this Mark universe. As shout out to the wrestling marks of excellent Dr. D. That is clearly the definition of a mark. That you think that Gunther was upset that he kept going, bringing Jey Uso for the same move. What? I just don't understand it. I just don't get it. Dice Man, your take on the 51 days as title run. Kofi Kingston was 180 days, Honeybee, to answer your question.
I was pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got a guy here who's selling out merchandise everywhere. He's making little kids' dreams come true.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to, I mean, I've always said put him back in a tag team, but right now, you got to get his brother something, right? And
So
this is what I say.
I'm going to cut you off. So you're taking that marketing stance of this is all for the Usos to get back together, because that's some of the rumors.
That's the only thing that's it's only right. The only thing that will make this good is the fact that next year's WrestleMania we get Lucha Brothers versus Usos.
Well,
that's the only thing that
I'd rather have New Day. I'd rather have New Day versus them again, but I get it. Go ahead. That's
the
just
only
me.
thing that, I mean, as the number one top seed tag team in WWE history, it only makes sense, right? So my point, my problem is he had one title reign. And two title reigns, right? Because the Seth Rollins match was a title reign.
Yeah.
Right. And he had two title reigns. One, I mean, if you want to consider Logan Paul, okay. But I consider a half. But mainly out of that, what was his biggest rivalry?
Gunther.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. And Gunther didn't do shit. He did not do shit up until that match. He didn't do shit. And then all of a sudden hey Jay, we going tap him on the shoulder. Come on, pull the chain back, get him out. I just didn't like it. I wouldn't have minded if he would got to SummerSlam. If he would have got to SummerSlam, by all means, cool. Take him off. But this way, I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. But this is what I'm saying as well is you got too many of them in there now. You got too many of them in there. Some of them niggas need to go to the AEW.
Whoa.
Well, I said it. Whatever. Some of them, they need to go to AEW or somewhere else because they're getting lost in the sauce. You can't continue to do this bloodline gimmick for so long, and then none of them grow.
Right.
That's my biggest gripe with it is you can't. You got Hikuleo about to come up. You got JC Mateo. You got Solo Sikoa. You got Tamatonga. You got Tongaloa. You got Jacob Fatu. You got the Usos. You got Roman Reigns. What? That's 10 people. That's 10 people. You can't do it. I'm sorry. You can't do it. Somebody's gonna get
just a little bit. I got a little lost in that soliloquy as far as. So you're mad that he lost, right? But the 10 people part faction, explain that to me. Run that back for me, please. I just didn't. I'm
saying the thing is, you have 10 people of their family, right? Yeah. 10 people. You can't all have belts.
So let me go back. I'm going to stop you right there. Okay. So I shared a post on Father's Day that personally pissed me off, Uncle Rikishi. And it said if Rikishi had the chance of running wrestling right now, this would be all the champions in the company. And they would be his family, this, that, and another. And I thought that was I'm sorry, I hated that. Yeah, just put the brother Jimmy's back together with for Jimmy's sake. I'm not going to go against that because I'm a big Uso fan. I like them more together than separate. I never thought this should be long anyway. However, the audience speaks for itself. So when I see people say he was not over, he was stuffed down people's throats, I find that to be the most hilarious of them all because it's like, what do you mean he was shoved down someone's throat? Huh? What part of wrestling are you not paying attention to? Because it ain't that one. And that's for sure. And that's what I never understand. As we bring back in Honeybee to the program, I just don't get how you can sit here and openly tell me that he's not over. You're sick of him. Jey Uso, he is telling merchandise in every city. I said this months back. Vaughn's backstage, you can remember this as he tweets this. He was having merchandise in every city like he was Stone Cold and Brock Lesnar. Nobody was doing it. Shawn Michaels didn't do that. DX, even when DX came back with the whole cock on the plane, all that kind of stuff, it wasn't new merchandise in every city. You saw that from Stone Cold 316, Tampa 316, Wyoming 316. Suplex City was everywhere. Mm-hmm. You saw Yeet in every city they went to. Mm-hmm. That's how over this guy was. So I get, as a fan, Dice, being upset that he's not part of the picture moving forward. But looking at it, and from my set of lenses with that, it says I don't need him to, right? Because in wrestling, it's the story. And I'm going to be fair to this, as much as I think he's over and he's that and this and the third. I thought he lost some of it, that momentum.
A little bit.
I did. I thought a little bit. I thought a little bit of it was a little bit, started to be a little overwhelming. I started to see what I don't like to hear people hate about him and his wrestling ability. So if that rumor is to be true of them putting the Usos back together, I would say this for those fans who wanted Jimmy or Jey to be solo. They've always had the same move sets. This is why you didn't understand the match that I tried to preach on so much. Dice, remember? That's how they wrestle. They wrestle with super. They're no different, with all due respect, to the Young Sucks. They're the same. They super kick off the top rope. That's who they are. And if you want to hate or love the Usos, then you can't hate the Young Sucks. I think they're better. And why? Because of the different company. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But the thing is, once you get to an elite mark, and I believe that both those guys have, you really only need the 5 moves. You really only need the 5 moves. People only coming for the 5 moves.
I would agree.
So all the he only has this amount of moves. Well, you should go check the catalog because they've been putting them moves in a long time. Right. You know what I'm saying? They've been putting them moves a long time, and they've been putting a lot of other moves in. It's just we don't see them no more because why do you have to do it? You don't need to. That's all.
Bobby, I don't want to see Bully Ray. I mean, I don't want to. All right. I will say this in fairness. Never being the biggest Bully Ray fan, I did learn to like, shall I say, the Aces of the Eights and his take on that. But he's always going to be Bubba Ray to me. I'm never going to call him Bully Ray. And I know some people may be afraid of it. I'm like, Mike, are you bugging? Bully Ray wouldn't scare me in an alley. I mean, he may scare some of y'all, okay? But he's not scaring me in the alley. I'm sorry. Bully Ray don't want this smoke with Mike Knoxxx. But Mike Knoxxx not saying he won't smoke with Bully Ray either. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. I'm 50 years old. I ain't trying to fight nobody. Okay? Let's let that be clear. But punk step up to get beat down, as they say, Billy. That's all I'm going to say about that. Honeybee, when you look at what's going on with them, how things are panning out with the WWE right now, and I'm going to get back to that because he didn't answer my question. I'm going to make sure I get his answer in before I take this last break and come back and close the show out with this. What do you think about what Rikishi had to say about his son and being over as a Jey Uso fan? Because he tiptoed it, but I want that specific question answered. Your take on that?
I guess, like you said earlier, he's stating everything out of emotion because of how he feels. But when you really look at it, like you said, or someone else mentioned, the Samoans have been running WWE for quite some time. So it's not like he didn't get what he deserved. They put a rocket on his back and gave him 2 titles. So you really think about it, he did what he was supposed to do. He did okay. It was just a short reign for both of them. So he's probably just upset that it was a short reign. You had 2 titles. You're okay. You're okay. And let's not even on that. You've been a tag team champ for I don't know how many times. I think he's just speaking out of emotion, and
he has a right to. He has a right to. I thought personally that's why I didn't like the meme about all the champions. I don't think he said nothing wrong, other than the part about where the emotion to me did take over about my family and this is what you do to us, right? And then he said, in all due respect to Uncle Rikishi, he mentioned, would you do this to John Cena? Would you do this to Randy Orton? I love main event Jey Uso. I got my 1 word, 4 letters, shirt on the way. He ain't no Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady, Tupac, Happy Birthday, Shakur, Hill, Cena, and he ain't Randy Orton. Okay, so I'm sorry about that. Dice, as I bring you back into the program, I need you to answer this question. Rikishi comments on his son's booking. What are your thoughts on that?
He's right. He's right, even though, you know what? No, he's right. He's right. He's not wrong in any aspect of the word. I don't think he's wrong in any aspect of the word. Because the truth of the matter is, would you have done this to Cena? Would you have done it to Orton?
They've done it to both of them.
They had 50
They've done it to both of them. John Cena lost the belt after just winning it. Andre the Giant lost a belt after just winning it.
Don't bring no damn Andre the Giant. We don't care about him.
Well, he named. Well, you can't say you.
John Cena.
You don't care.
John Cena won.
John
Cena won just to lose it because Edge had he been holding on to that Money in the Bank for almost a year. He had to get rid of it. They never said that you can do it until the next WrestleMania. They didn't say that. They didn't. Right. That rule never came into play until later on.
Mm-hmm.
But what?
We're here. Talk. You're fine.
But the fact of the matter is, he didn't. What I'm trying to say is, John Cena and Edge was completely different because it was a one-time thing, right?
Right.
It was,
you're talking.
It was
money,
totally a
talking
one-time thing
though.
because.
But I'm saying
it was totally a one-time thing because they he had to mix it up, right? Outside of that,
thank you. 662 days as tag team champion. Let me ask you this: in all fairness, and I know he's your guy, right? Everybody picked sides, right? Somebody picked Marty Jannetty. I picked Big Jim with the big toe. You picked Jey Uso, right? In all fairness, we love both Usos. We picked and we chose, right?
Mm-hmm.
You ever thought he'd be world champion? And honest, just be real. No.
Before or after?
You never saw him. You never saw.
Hold on.
Before the Yeet movement, you've never seen him as world champion.
No.
Right.
I'm saying
Yeet was like the yes. That's what wrestling fans do. They get somebody over. So when someone says he was shoved on our throats, no. Fans in every arena, you went outside and you made sure that every single time that came out, we were watching it on TV. Y'all were yeeting y'all asses off every single time. And every single time somebody says they know something about something, they know something about somebody that says they know something about it, they don't know shit.
Contrary to everybody going out there and saying, online or whatever, this is where they're going. I know. I talked to a dude to another dude that talked to a dude that said he knew this. I can tell you none of them know.
I'm saying outside of the Yeet, take the Yeet, take the beginning stages of the what was it? Not trial period, but the beginning stages of the COVID. I probably could have seen him with an IC or a universal. I mean, not a universal, but IC or United States Championship. That would be about it. So I can't say not totally, but yeah. Okay. But you're right. I did not see him as world champion.
That's all I'm saying that to say there's so much more that to me is with this. And I think as wrestling fans, I've always said this, if we've gone over today, that you have to be a fan and let wrestling be wrestling and understand where it comes from, how to understand it. And we reserve the right, wrestling does, like anything else you watch on TV, to see what happens next. General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, As the World Turns, Young and fucking Grey's Anatomy has been on for 28, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years because the anticipation of what's next. Stop. I want wrestling fans to just stop fucking bitching about everything on TV, everything they see. And if you want to stop watching it, that's fine. Stop watching it. But every time I hear y'all say shit out your fucking mouths, like, oh, they're shoving Jey Uso down my throat.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. There's no wonder you get D's and everything.
Just it's that simple to me. Stop it.
Stop it. Get some help.
It's just absurd to me. Honeybee, before we get up out of here, comments. Thank everybody for tuning in. Without you guys, we could not do this thing going on all these years. Monday Night Raw is tonight, and that guy who lost the belt last week because wrestling fans say that he got hurt, so he wasn't going to be gone for a while, he's in the King of the Ring tournament tonight as the King and the Queen of the Ring tournaments continue. As you see, Sheamus versus Rusev versus Bronson Reed versus Jey Uso, and that match. And then the women, we got Asuka, which people complain a bitch about that. Oh my God, you ruined Asuka's coming back party because you said Asuka.
Honestly, I was mad about that. I really wanted that to be a surprise.
Why?
I'm not even gonna lie. What do you mean why? She's been gone for quite some time. Why would that not be a surprise?
They just told you. That was a surprise. Was it not a surprise last week, them saying to you, Asuka's going to be there?
No, because how they're doing the men's mystery opponent, they could have did that with the women's, and it could have been Asuka. I wanted to see that surprise. So
she has a point. She has a point.
Fan,
she has a point.
Disappointed because
I think y'all bitch about everything. How about that?
Well, again, Mike, come on now. You don't want to be.
You don't like Asuka. Get out of here. Get out of here.
First of all, that is the dumbest thing I've ever. I love Asuka. I got an Asuka shirt. My daughter loves Asuka. We love Asuka. Asuka. I'm with the executive consultant when I say Asuka may be top 5. He may put her number 1. And if you want to argue that, if you want to argue Asuka being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's debatable to me because Asuka's done not much in wrestling. I don't think she
She's
is.
not
I don't think she
debatable.
is.
She is number one.
I disagree with that. Number one means she's the highest merch seller and put more ass in the seats.
Oh
That's the category piece. You can hate on all you want to, guys. You can live in that world all you want to about that shit. Don't matter, but it fucking matters. It fucking matters how many T-shirts you sell. 100%, it matters.
I feel like when we got that Alexa Bliss return at fucking what was that, Royal Rumble or something like that, should be the same surprise we get with Asuka. That we should get that same exact pop.
Yeah, listen. I'm not saying necessarily you're wrong for feeling the way you feel. Let that be understood. I'm just saying I'm not gonna cry and complain about it. That's the point I make.
Understood.
That's all. If you want to be like, damn, that'd have been dope to have her out of nobody know what's happening. I get that. That's fair. I'm always fair for fair, right? I can turn double dutch. We did that already. We had a little skit about it, right? Okay, I get it. All right, but Asuka can't be number one because, goddamn it, she ain't better than Bianca Belair and that black girl magic. Okay,
that is arguable. That is arguable. That is fucking arguable. That is arguable. You are out of your. You are out of your mind.
I think it's a joke.
Out of your mind.
I think it's a joke to think. It's a joke to think that Asuka is anywhere near the caliber of a or talent and putting asses that she has done compared to Bianca Belair. Yeah, he walked off. Y'all didn't even see the shit because I removed the shit. You didn't even see the shit because she walked off the fucking stage. Okay, how about that? Nobody saw him walk off the stage. He wasn't here, people.
Wow,
he wasn't here.
You know what? For one,
crazy.
For one, there's no Oscar slander.
I'm not slandering Asuka.
No, I'm talking about Honeybee. I'm talking about her.
I didn't slander Asuka.
Because
nobody slandered Asuka.
I didn't nobody slander her.
What I'm saying is that in terms of Asuka's, as far as there's no question about her being a legend. Number one,
no question.
It's like of course I agree as far as like Asuka being top 10, if not borderline. I got her number 6 to be honest with you.
I just took out my number 6.
There you go.
There's nothing wrong with that.
All right, cool.
No. You think Kevin Durant's mad that he's like 8 or 9? Maybe Kevin Durant's like 14. But there's somebody that's number 6. Yeah, Magic Johnson went to 6. You think Magic's mad he's 6? He doesn't give a fuck. Come on, Mike.
Yeah,
Come on,
it's like
that makes no sense.
It makes a lot of sense.
But the thing about it, I'm glad they gave the Oscar announcement. I'm not even mad about that at all whatsoever.
And why should come out first?
I mean, she should come out last. She should come out last.
For one, like I said, I was excited about it, but I think the mood kind of died down because who was sent out there to get hit by with the Oblivion by Liv. You know what I mean? So
let's leave out. Let's leave out that. So, Mike, you finna go with that bullshit, okay? There be no Nikki Bella or Bella Twin slander ever around Mike Knoxxx.
Definitely.
Okay, but with that being said, guys, I'm gonna get up and get up out of here. All right, do me a favor. Do not wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me some me. Don't love God, and happy belated Father's Day to all of them.
Happy Father's Day, everybody.
Come on out there. You know what I'm saying? That's what we be doing around here. We just be, doing that thing. So we're going to catch y'all next week. But listen, coming up tonight, we got something for everybody. We do have the Rated R Review Show, y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Your boys here at Unpopular Review got up to 1270. There's some people that want to give us some shout outs. We're celebrating tonight the milestone of subscribers for Unpopular Review. So without further ado, here is some shout outs from some legendary characters.
You know what I'm doing when I'm not starring in movies like the Academy Award-winning film The Revenant and Cocaine Bear?
We're celebrating. Ladies and gentlemen, here's another celebration.
It's your boy, the one, the only, Hot Dog Man from Hot Dog Land. My name is Hot Dog Starks, and I have the privilege and the honor to deliver this very special message to all of you. Yes, all of you at the Unpopular Review Wrestling Podcast.
We got another congratulations.
You got
Good evening, it is I, the Mascot, with a very special shout out for the Unpopular Review Wrestling Show. That's right, congratulations.
Look at that. Thank you, GOAT.
Was that
the greatest of all time?
Even a match?
Yes. Even Charmaine had to go.
What the fuck? What the fuck is happening here, Big Daddy Cool?
Oh,
What are you doing?
Oh my god.
You what made you wake up and say this sounds like a good idea?
Let me tell you all something right now. At the end of the year, Unpopular Review does an award show for the best host and the best show. I'm telling you right now, June 9th, voting, it doesn't need to even be open. This is the best show of the year right here.
I have a wrong opinion too, but I digress.
I'm sorry. The winner of the best show and the best host of the year is going to out this motherfucker behind your commercial, goddammit. Don't hate! Fucking congratulate the number one motherfucking show. We see y'all next week, y'all. Fucking peace. We out of here.